Hi, good morning. Today we are going to start our next session, direct sum decomposition. Okay, now first we are going to discuss one definition. Let W1, W2, etc. Wk be subspaces of a vector space V. We say that W1, W2, etc. Wk are independent if alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0 implies each alpha I equal to 0. Then we say W1, W2, etc. Wk are independent. Alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. alpha k equal to 0 implies each alpha I equal to 0. Okay. Now, is a particular case, two subspaces W1 and W2 are said to be independent if and only if W1 intersection W2 equal to set 0. Okay, so we are proving this. Suppose W1 and W2 are independent and we have to prove that W1 intersection W2 equal to set 0. Let alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2. That implies alpha belongs to W1 and alpha belongs to W2. As W2 is a subspace, alpha belongs to W2 implies minus alpha also belongs to W2. And we know that alpha plus minus alpha equal to 0. Alpha belongs to W1 minus alpha belongs to W2. But we have W1 and W2 are independent. W1 plus W2 are independent implies alpha 1 plus alpha 2 equal to 0 implies each alpha equal to 0. Therefore, here alpha plus minus alpha equal to 0 implies alpha equal to 0. Therefore, W1 intersection W2 equal to 0 because we assume that alpha belongs to W1 intersection W2. If this belongs to this set, then we get alpha equal to 0. Now conversely, suppose that W1 intersection W2 equal to 0 and we have to prove that W1 and W2 are independent. Suppose alpha 1 plus alpha 2 equal to 0 and we have to prove that alpha 1 equal to 0 and alpha 2 equal to 0 where alpha 1 belongs to W1 and alpha 2 belongs to W2. This equal to 0 implies alpha 1 is equal to minus alpha 2. Alpha 1 belongs to W1, alpha 1 is equal to minus alpha 2 and which belongs to W2. Okay, therefore this alpha 1 belongs to W1 and alpha 1 belongs to W2 implies alpha 1 belongs to W1 intersection W2. But W1 intersection W2 equal to set 0. This implies alpha 1 equal to 0. But alpha 1 is equal to minus alpha 2. Therefore alpha 2 is also equal to 0. Thus we get alpha 1 plus alpha 2 equal to 0 implies alpha 1 equal to 0 and alpha 2 equal to 0. Therefore W1 and W2 are independent. Now next note, let W is equal to W1 plus etc. plus WK be the subspace spanned by W1, W2 etc. WK. Then if W1, W2 etc. WK are independent, then the expression for each alpha belongs to W is unique. Let alpha belongs to W, which is equal to this one, then alpha you can write like this. Suppose alpha you can write like this and we have to prove that this representation is unique. That means to prove this representation is unique, we have to prove that alpha 1 equal to beta 1, alpha 2 equal to beta 2, etc. alpha k equal to beta k. That is what we have to prove. And as alpha equal to this one and alpha equal to this one, we get this equal to this one and we get alpha 1. You take beta is to left hand side, we get alpha 1 minus beta 1 plus alpha 2 minus beta 2 plus etc. plus alpha k minus beta k equal to 0. Okay, now each alpha 1 belongs to W1, beta 1 belongs to W1. W is a subspace implies alpha 1 minus beta 1 belongs to W1, alpha 2 minus beta 2 belongs to W2, etc. alpha k minus beta k belongs to WK. Therefore, this equal to 0. Therefore, as W1, W2, etc. WK are independent, this implies alpha 1 minus beta 1 equal to 0, alpha 2 minus beta 2 equal to 0, etc. alpha k minus beta k equal to 0. Therefore, alpha 1 equal to beta 1, alpha 2 equal to beta 2, etc. alpha k equal to beta k. Therefore, representation is unique. Clear? Now moving to an important lemma. Let V be a finite dimensional vector space and let W1, W2, etc. Wk be subspaces of V. And let W equal to W1 plus W2 plus etc. plus Wk. Then the following are equivalent. W1, W2, etc. Wk are independent for each j 2 less than or equal to j less than or equal to k, we have wj intersection w1 plus w2 plus etc. plus wj minus 1 is equal to set 0. For each j 2 less than or equal to j less than or equal to a, we have this result. Wj intersection w1 plus etc. plus wj minus 1 is equal to set 0. If bi is an ordered basis for wi, then the sequence b equal to b1, b2, etc. bk is an ordered basis for w. We have to prove these a, b, c are equivalent. So to prove this, we are first proving a equal to b if and only a implies b and b implies a, and then we prove a implies c, then c implies a. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So first we prove a implies b, that is 1 implies 2. Suppose W1, W2, etc. Wk are independent and we have to prove Wj intersection is equal to 0. Let alpha belongs to this set. That means alpha belongs to Wj and alpha belongs to this set. Okay, alpha belongs to Wj and alpha belongs to this set means alpha equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha j minus 1. Clear? From this equation, you can write alpha 1 plus etc. plus alpha j minus 1 minus alpha equal to 0. That is alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha j minus 1 plus minus alpha plus 0 0 etc. equal to 0. Because we are considering w1, w2 etc. wk. Suppose if j less than k, we can assume like this. And this linear combination equal to 0. But we know that if w1, w2 etc. wk are independent, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0 plus each alpha is equal to 0. Therefore, alpha 1 equal to 0, alpha 2 equal to 0, alpha j minus 1 equal to 0, alpha equal to 0, etc. Now alpha equal to 0 implies alpha belongs to this set intersection. Alpha equal to 0 implies this intersection equal to set 0. Wj intersection w1 plus w2 plus etc. plus wj minus 1 equal to set 0. Now to prove the converse part, 2 implies 1. Suppose wj intersection w1 plus etc. plus wj minus 1 equal to set 0. And we have to prove w1, w2 etc. wk are independent. For this, let alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0, where alpha I belongs to wi, and we have to prove each alpha I equal to 0. Okay. But we assume that some alpha i's are not equal to 0. Let j be the largest integer I such that alpha I not equal to 0. We assume that alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0, and we have to prove each alpha equal to 0. And we assume that some alpha is not equal to 0. Let j be the largest integer I such that alpha I not equal to 0. That means alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha j equal to 0, where alpha j is not equal to 0. From this alpha j you can write as minus alpha 1 etc. minus alpha j minus 1. This alpha j is not equal to 0. Alpha j belongs to wj, and this linear combination clearly belongs to w1 plus etc. plus wj minus 1. That implies this alpha j is a non-zero vector in wj intersection w1 plus w2 plus etc. wj minus 1, which is a contradiction because we assume that this intersection is equal to set 0. Therefore, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0 implies each alpha I equal to 0. This implies w1, w2 etc. wk are independent. Now 1 implies A implies C, that is 1 implies 3. We have to prove that, we assume that W1 etc. Wk are independent, and we have to prove that if Bi is an ordered basis for Wi, then B is a ordered basis for W. Okay. To prove B is a ordered basis for W, we have to prove that B is linearly independent and B spans W. We know that each Bi spans Wi and W equal to W1 plus etc. plus Wk. So each alpha belongs to W is of the form alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k. But each alpha I is a linear combination of vectors in Bi. Therefore, alpha is a linear combination of vectors in B equal to B1, B2, etc. Bk. Because each alpha I is a linear combination of vectors in Bi. That means this total alpha is a linear combination of vectors in B1, B2, etc. Bk. This implies B spans W. need to prove B is linearly independent. But we have to actually prove B is linearly independent. We consider some linear combination of elements in B, and that equal to 0 implies each scalar equal to 0. So if you consider linear combination of vectors in B, then we can, that is of the form some beta 1 plus etc. plus beta k equal to 0. But this equal to 0 implies, um, we assume that, okay, uh, W1 plus W2 plus etc. plus Wk are linearly independent. Therefore, beta 1 plus beta 2 plus etc. plus beta k equal to 0 implies each Bi equal to 0. Each Bi equal to 0 means each Bi is linear combination of vectors in B. That means that all scalars are equal to 0. This implies this set Bi is B is linearly independent. Okay, this proof is enough, but I am explaining in details. Beta 1 plus beta linear combination of vectors in B equal to 0 implies what is linear combination of vectors? B is actually B1, B2, etc. Bk. So linear combination of vectors in B means you can take the sum beta 1 plus beta 2 plus etc. plus beta k equal to 0, where each Bi is a linear combination of vectors in B1. Okay, B2 is a linear combination of vectors in B2. Okay, etc. So linear combination of vectors in B is actually, you can write this as some some C1 1 alpha 1 plus C1 2 alpha 2 plus etc. plus C1 and alpha n, because this suppose B1 contains the vectors alpha 1 1 alpha 1 2 etc. alpha 1 n, and B2 contains the vectors alpha 2 1 alpha 2 2 etc. alpha sum 2l, and beta k contains the vectors alpha k1, alpha k2, etc. alpha kn, kn. B1, B2, B, etc. Bk are bases for Wi's. Okay. So B1 elements you can write like this. And linear combination of vectors in B means scalar multiple. You add scalar multiple. Okay. So C11 alpha 1 plus C etc. This equal to 0. And we have to prove each scalar equal to 0 to prove B is linearly independent. So this equal to 0 implies this this you can mark as beta 1, this you can mark as beta 2, etc. This you can mark as some beta k. So beta 1 plus beta 2 plus etc. plus beta k equal to 0. But as W is linearly independent, this beta 1 plus beta 2 plus etc. plus beta k equal to 0 implies each beta is equal to 0. Okay, so beta equal to 0 implies this equal to 0. But this equal to 0 implies these are vectors in B1. B1 is a basis. Linear combination equal to 0 implies each scalar equal to 0. Therefore, C11 equal to 0, C12 etc. equal to 0. Similarly, C21 equal to 0 etc. Okay. In general, Cij equal to 0. Therefore, this linear combination equal to 0 implies each scalar equal to 0. Therefore, B is linearly independent. Okay. So, but you can write this as like this. Linear relation this of the form, and these are linearly independent. Therefore, this equal to 0 implies Bi equal to 0. Since each Bi is linearly independent, we get beta is linearly independent. Sorry, B is script B is linearly independent. That is enough. Okay. Now to prove 3 implies 1, assume that B is B1, B2, etc. Bk is an ordered basis for W, and we have to prove that W1, W2, etc. Wk are linearly is independent. Okay. For this, let alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha k equal to 0, where alpha I belongs to Wi. Now, what about alpha is, each alpha is a linear combination of vectors in beta I, script bi. So, this linear combination equal to 0 implies each scalar equal to 0. Each scalar equal to 0 means each alpha I equal to 0. Thus, we get alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus etc. plus alpha k equal to 0 implies alpha I equal to 0 for every I. Therefore, W1, W2, etc. Wk are independent. Thus we get 1 implies 2, uh, 1 A implies B, B implies A. Similarly, A implies C, C implies A. Okay. Hope everything is clear. That's all for today's class. Okay.